Hey, what's good everyone? This is Air Conditioner. I make cartoons and talk about cartoons. It is so early. Well, it's not early. It's like 6 in the morning, but it's kind of early. So a couple months ago, I got the new microphone for my desk. And so I wanted to make a video where I basically give a review about it. While doing this, I also want to make a video where I talk about one of my newest animated films, Angry Birds Halloween: Curse of the Full Moon. In this video, I will give a short but informative review of my new microphone, as well as giving a behind the scenes of my newest animated film. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Here it is. You're looking at the Heyday microphone. It is pretty small, as you can see. For one thing, this mic has a USB-C adapter, it is compatible with Mac and PC, and it has a dial where you can change the volume of your voice. And that dial is a mute button. And of course, it has a headphone jack so you can hear yourself talking when you're doing your recording. And the best part is this microphone is pretty cheap. Well, it's as cheap as you can get for a microphone of this quality, but you know. So for example, this is what I sound like without the microphone. This is what I sound like with the microphone but far away. So if I lean closer, it would sound like this. I have a story. So this is how I got this microphone. Earlier this year, I used to have this crappy microphone that I used for my videos. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but it also wasn't that good either. It was basically a set of earphones that had a microphone, you know, like one of the people used in TikToks. But like, I don't know, it's like no matter how loud I spoke, it was still kind of quiet, so I had to turn on my audio when I edited my videos. I mean, I still do that, but that's like for the background music, so that's different. So ever since then, for a while, I've been trying to find like a microphone that was good in quality, but also had like a low price, kinda. And I think this was September or October, I don't know, where I went to Target, tried to see if there was a good microphone, and I found this one. Apparently this thing was like $30, which is not too bad for a microphone of this quality, to me at least. So of course, I went to Target to see if they had the microphone, and they didn't. At least not the one I went to. Yeah, turns out they only had this microphone at selected Targets. So because of this, I had to go to another Target the week after. And of course, the day I get this microphone, it starts to rain. Like a lot. I was gonna be like, thunder, rain, lightning, but whatever. But that day, I was committed. I was like, you know what? I don't care if I get sick. I don't care if I get wet. I'm getting this microphone today if it kills me. Worst part about this is that I had no jacket, no umbrella, just a shirt and a sweatshirt. And shorts. But I survived. So there I was at Target. I got the microphone, I went outside, walking in the endless rain. Or, is that how you say it? I mean, sure, I got my clothes and my shoes wet, but at the end of the day, I got my microphone. And I'm able to do this video because of it. You're probably wondering, damn, is it that good? Well, it's not bad, you know, like it's pretty good. Like if you're starting to get like your first microphone, you know, to do like videos or podcasts, like this is pretty good for like a startup microphone. And I'm sure there are better ones out there, but this is pretty good actually. Like for a microphone of this price and quality, it is decent. So yes, I would recommend getting the Heyday desktop, what's it called? I would recommend getting the Heyday desktop microphone if you want to do videos, podcasts, recordings, or just make content in general. Where do I begin? Okay, so I think this started out back in 2024. So the thing was, I was gonna submit an animation for an Inktober event, and that led to the Angry Birds Halloween special. Um, so yeah, it was supposed to release last year, but it never did because I didn't finish it. But hopefully I finished it by now after this recording. The story is pretty simple. It's a Halloween night and the Angry Birds go trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the ferocious werepig appears and raises an army of monsters to go after the birds, their eggs, and of course their candy. And that's when the battle begins. So in the battle, Red tries to fight the werepig, while all the other birds are fighting mummies and zombie pigs. Meanwhile, Chuck, Laserbird, gets ambushed by some ghosts only for Melody to save him. For those who are wondering, yes, Melody is a real character, not an OC. She's actually a new Angry Birds character in the franchise. So as you can see, she dressed as one of my characters, Ollie. And the reason for that is because they look kind of similar to me. Like when I saw the character, I was like, wait, she kind of looks like my character. So I'm like, what if I combine them? Just a little reference. And in the games, she can basically suck objects and spit them back at the pigs. That's real. And so here she sucks the ghost, kind of like Luigi's Mansion, or Casper if you want to go old school. We then cut to Red fighting the werepig. He seems to be getting some hits, only for the werepig to scratch him. This leads to Red turning into a werewolf, or a werehog? Huh. And here, the real battle begins. Personally, I think this part is kind of cool. It's funny because Red is dressed as Sonic, because of the partnership. So I'm like, wait, what if he turned into the werehog after he gets scratched by the werepig, That's what I'm saying, like, all these references are from, like other games and, like, other stuff, like, from the costumes, like, Chuck is Laserbird, the Blues have, like, their Halloween costumes from that one short, I drew Hal as Glep, I drew Stella in her Angry Birds Star Wars outfit, I drew Terrence as Thanos, and I drew Silver as, Silver. The concept for this was that, like, as a kid, I grew up with Angry Birds a lot. I was a big fanatic, So for this animation, I decided to do an Angry Birds special, I thought it would be cool to do like an Angry Birds animation video. I haven't really done anything like that before, unless you count my other video where I'm in space. But I'm talking like an Angry Birds animated short, like by itself, like just Angry Birds and Halloween. This short is basically a love letter to all the Angry Birds fans out there who grew up with the games, grew up with like anything Angry Birds related to like the show, like Angry Birds tunes or like just in general. There are like so many references in this video, from like the costumes to like the zombie pigs and like just other stuff related to that. Honestly, I really gave it my all when I animated this, because like usually sometimes I like to rush through my videos, if that makes sense. But here I was like, wait, I'm gonna actually like see what I'm gonna do in each shot and like all of that. And like animation wise, the animation is usually consistent, Sometimes I don't make it that consistent in my videos, because it takes longer to like do a more fluid scene or whatever. But yeah, since I had a few months to like work on this, I guess I had time to do it in that way. I feel like the hard part was to like find time to work on this, because like I'm in school, so like I'm in classes doing homework and stuff, meanwhile I'm doing this, and just like personal stuff in my life, that happens. Everybody has something to do in their life, and sometimes that distracts them or prevents them from doing something that they want or need to do, but that's just life. So what I try to do is keep a consistent schedule, like with my animation and and my classes, whatever I have to do at school and stuff like that. I did a video where I talk about this furthermore, so if you guys want, you can check that out later. And yeah, there are some times where I just didn't feel like doing anything at all. Like there's been days where I'll come home from school and then I'll just want to go to sleep, but then I'm like, oh wait, I have to do this too, and I also have to do something else from school, and I'm like, wait, I shouldn't be asleep. But that's fine, you can take a break every now and then, but you just gotta be consistent as well, you can't miss 1 or 2 days, otherwise you're disorganized, I guess. My favorite part about this, I guess, was just making the video itself. Like, so in my videos, how it works is that I do the animations on my iPad on Procreate, and then I upload that to my Mac as a GIF or a PNG, right? Like an animated PNG. I airdrop it, and then I put it onto iMovie, and then I splice them together to make it into a sort of a video. Because these are just clips, because it's not like one big like animation. You know how like in some animation apps or softwares, there's a timeline. This doesn't have that. I mean, I know Procreate Dreams has that as well, but I haven't used that in a while. Okay, in this recording, it is November 10th, and I still haven't finished the video. I mean, it should be finished before this video comes out, so I mean, at this point, I don't really care. Like, as long as I finish it and it's like the way that I wanted it to look, then that's all that matters. Because the thing is, I don't want to rush this, but at the same time, I had a deadline. I missed it, but then I gave myself a little bit of time to like work on it some more. But it's been 2 weeks now, so. But hey, if I finish it late, it just means that I put more time and effort into my animation. It's just that next time I have to be more consistent when it comes to uploading my videos. I will say this though. The fact that I will eventually finish this animated film and then I will see it on my TV or on my phone, that is honestly enough for me. It's just the idea that I make something and I can see it like somewhere, like on YouTube for example, and that I can show it to people and they seem to like it. That's like my goal. Like I just want to make something and see if people like it. It actually was kind of fun making this video. I mean, sure, there were some parts where I struggled, and this video took longer than it needed to be, like way longer than I expected. Like I expected for me to like work on this more, but like this is ridiculous. But honestly, in the end, it's worth it, because I will eventually finish this, and I will eventually see it on YouTube, and I will eventually be satisfied with it. Well, that was my review of my desktop microphone / behind the scenes video of my animated film. I wish I said it better. But yeah, it was kind of cool editing this video. I wish I would do more videos like this in the future. So yeah, this video took so long that it's like January 10th now. It's New Year's, so that's kind of crazy. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.